So this time I'm just going to describe two solutions that I did not on stream. Okay, so in this case, I have to draw these boxes on the screen given the x top left x value, top left y value, width and height. So the way I accomplish this is to starting from the end, I have this block drawing a horizontal line. It reads 3 values in for the x, the y, and the length, and it draws a horizontal line of that length. So now that I have this block that can draw horizontal lines, I need to construct the list of I need to feed in all the locations so that it can draw the right horizontal lines and the right widths. So to do this, I split up. So the height determines the number of horizontal lines that are being drawn. So I split up the x to the right side, y to the middle, and width to the left. And then I send each of those the height value, so they each duplicate that value, height times. So the x coordinate just gets duplicated verbatim because the x coordinate is the same across each horizontal line. The y coordinates gets 1 added to it, that's right, because this is 0, 0, so you have to add to go down. Y coordinate gets 1 added to it with each run, and the width is duplicated. So because of the synchronizing on the reads and the writes, there's effectively a queue for each one, and they're synchronized by pulling the same number of values from each queue. See, I grab one value from, so I have to combine these two queues here, but I grab 2 values from this queue, which grabs 1 value from each of these queues, and then I grab 1 value from this queue, and then draw the horizontal line here. I'm pretty proud with how fast this runs. This one is idle a very small percentage of the time, and I feel like it spends most of the time in the loop critical section, which is just several instructions. And so most of these wait for their writes to be resolved. So they're kind of like sub-procedures, is that the word? Sub something. Yeah, I got that troll X in the background, classy. Yes, sub-procedures. No. Coroutines. Coroutines. That's the word. Multiple entry points. Yeah, so thinking about this in terms of coroutines is helpful. Okay, that's the first I did. And the second one is histogram viewer. So you have to draw a white line up from the bottom that is this length. So like this 8, 10, 3 tens look like this, and then a 13 looks like this, and a 15 looks like this, and then a 4 looks like this. So you need to take each value, draw a line from the bottom of that height, and then move on to the next column. So starting from the end again, I have this system to draw. It takes x, y coordinates and draws pixels. So it takes the x, takes the y, sets it to white, and finishes the draw segments. I have, so this one generates the y coordinates, and this one generates the x coordinates. I have a queue here that produces values one by one. This just feeds in, this just fills this, or whenever, so this one uses it switches between the accumulator and the backup to store which one is the loop counter and which one is the value to send. And whenever it needs a new value, whenever it needs a new x value to send, it pulls it from the generator of x values, the incrementing generator of x values, and then saves it until it needs to get another one. The y coordinates pulls, it always starts at 17, and the value it starts at is 17, and then the loop counter is set by the loop counter for both of these, because you need the same number of x values as you need y values, is set by the value read in. And then this one always starts at 17, starts the y value at 17, and then decreases it together with the loop counter at the same rate so that it draws 1 pixel. Yeah. So the faster way to draw is to draw in horizontal segments, because then you can, because you pass in the starting x, starting y, and then you pass in color values, and it draws a horizontal. For every color value you give, it moves 1 x coordinate further and draws another pixel of that color. But I think that is going to be pretty difficult to do here, because the data is given to you in a vertical form. And you'd have to like figure out yourself how to split up these segments. Seems hard. I'm proud of how these last two work. I think I did a good job in distributing the functionality, which was the intention of this system anyway. In the previous problems, I feel like I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get all the operations into one node exactly. Or get all the critical work into one node and then have others just do like preparation. I read that the guy who made this, also made Space Chem, actually hasn't finished the last level of Space Chem, so that's interesting. So yeah, the next one that I have to do is write the sum of the last three, keep a rolling window of the values written in, and then write the sum of the last three values to one output, and write the sum of the last five values to a different output, which seems difficult. Since I've got these stacks to do it. Two stacks. I need to repair one more to access the secret special things here and here. Keep super secret, super special. That's all I have for now, though. Just explained how those were, how I did those things. And that's it. Yep. See you later.